Alright then guys, it is back with that time again where we go through the different teams in the Russia World Cup 2018 and predict their squads using the FIFA 18 system. I do say this at the start of of all of these videos actually. I stick with the 4-4-2 because it's just the automatic one that I'm given when I go into a squad builder. I'm using FIFA just purely as a layout kind of format, if you like. Rather than just having different pictures of these guys on your screens instead. Also, I'm using the FIFA rating system to help me predict teams where I don't really necessarily know too many players from, like the Korean Republic, which we are doing today. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off the starting 11 that I've gone for. This is actually, on paper in FIFA 18, the strongest Korean Republic team you can build in the game. So I do just want to add there might be players that I do miss out here that aren't in the game, tragically. Just don't be too harsh on me in the comments, that's all I can ask. And basically, yeah. We're going to kickstart with the goalkeeper here, it goes by the name of Cho Hyun-woo. You actually find out that, Cho Hyun-woo, sorry. You actually find out when you do this that, throughout this, that a lot of them are known as the name, but in a kind of backwards, if that makes sense. It's very weird, but we'll just, let it be. He is a goalkeeper of 75 rating who plays in the K-League for Daegu FC. Moving on to the right back, I've gone for Choi Chul-soon, I think. Again, K-League player for Jeonbuk Hyundai. Next up, we've got Lee Jae-sung, again of the same team as Chul-soon there. And then alongside him, I've gone for Koo Ja-ryong. I think that is pronounced that. I do apologise if the pronunciation is off. Next up, we've got the first player that I can elaborate just a little bit on here, and that is Joo-ho Park, also goes by the name of Park Joo-ho. So this guy actually now plays for Ulsan Hyundai, a South Korean club, after he left Borussia Dortmund's B team. So he did play for Dortmund, went to play, like how you have Barcelona B, Borussia Dortmund got one too, and he went to play for them. Now he's back in Korea, playing in his home country. He played for South Korea's under-20s as a captain, so safe to say he's fairly experienced and is a bit of a natural leader. Moving on, we've got An Hyun-byum. No idea at all. I do apologize. This is going to be the most testing pronunciation one I think I've ever done. Next up, we've got Koo Ja-cheol, who again I can elaborate on a little bit, not too much, but I can do a little bit on. So this guy plays as a midfielder for the Bundesliga team, FC Augsburg, and is a former captain of the South Korea football team, so he did actually captain his national team at one point. He's blessed with technique and vision. Koo has an uncanny ability to find the back of the net, often displaying a knack to charge into the opposition's penalty box unsighted. So he is one of those midfielders that does just like to make that break forward, and he's one of those players I think that just crops up out of nowhere in the box and boom, it's a goal. Could be very key to Korea in the World Cup, if of course he does get named. Next up, another player again that I can talk about a little bit, and that is Ki Sung-young from Swansea. So this guy is a central midfielder, of course, playing in the Premier League for Swansea, and actually serves as the captain of the South Korean national team. So I'd be very surprised not to see this guy named in the squad for Russia, unless, of course, due to injury. Ki is best known for his vision, technique, long-range passing, and shooting as well. Actually, along with good set pieces as well. He's very good from set pieces. He has been a full international for South Korea since 2007, gaining over 90 appearances for his national team. He was selected in their squads for 2 World Cups and for the 2011 and 2015 AFC Asian Cups as well, finishing as a runner-up in the latter one there in the 2015 Asian Cup. in the tournament to that. Yeah, he also played at 2 Olympic Games with his country, obviously, when he bronzed back in 2012. On the 20th of May 2015, Key was voted as Swansea's Player of the Year in a campaign where he scored 8 goals in 33 appearances. Next up, we've got another player again who I can elaborate on when I'm very familiar with, and that is Son, of course, from Tottenham. This guy can play as a winger or a forward, of course, currently in the Prem at Spurs. Kind of favoured in the wing position, but I think it's always good to know that you've got somebody that can cover up front as well. And he's actually, again, a regular for the national team. Son has finished his did finish his development at Hamburger SV, where he made his debut in the German Bundesliga back in 2010. In 2013, he moved to Bayer Leverkusen for a club record fee of €10 million and played for the club in the UEFA Europa League and also in the Champions League as well. 2 years later, he signs for Tottenham for £22 million, becoming the most expensive Asian player in history. While he was at Tottenham, he became the top Asian goal scorer in Premier League history as well. A full international since 2010, Son has represented South Korea at the 2014 World Cup and the AFC Asian Cup in 2011 and 2015 as well. Likewise with Key, helping them finish as runners-up, obviously, in the latter, where Key featured as well. Next up, we've got a striker, goes by the name of Suk Hyun Jun. Plays in the Ligue 1 for Troyes, League 1 Conforama. Sorry guys, my pronunciation's off key. Even with the leagues now, okay. These Korean guys have messed my speech up. Yom Ki-hun is next. I love that name. That's really, I just like the hun at the end. That's like my favourite word. I call everybody hun. Lee Jae-sung is next from, again, the Korean League. Next up, we've got Sun Tae-kwon, or Sun Tae, even, from the Kashima Antlers. Back in the K-League again now, we have Kim Shin-wook and then Hong Chul from the K-League as well. Yoon Bo Sang from Gwangju FC and Kim Jin Soo from the Jeonbuk Hyundai. And next up, Kim Sweng Jun from the Ulsan Hyundai, which is where the left back that we talked about previously is currently at. Kim Bo, I find that so funny. Obviously, those of you who don't know, my name is actually Kim, or Kimberly, people call me Kim for short. And Kimbo was like one of my nicknames, so that's just made me laugh there. Kimbo Kyung plays in the for Kashiwa Reysol. And we got Lee Chang-min from Jeju United, Sin Jin-ho from Sangmu. And finally, we have another player I can actually chat about a little bit, Lee Chung-young. What a player this guy is. It feels like he's been around for absolute decades, man. Obviously plays in the Premier League for Crystal Palace and is a regular, of course, for his national team as well. He's actually nicknamed the Blue Dragon, which is literally a translation of his given name, Chung-young, derived from Hanja actually. He joined in 2004 and ever since his early debut at the age of 18 for the South Korean side, FC Seoul in fact, in the 2006 season of the K-League, Lee has gathered much attention from domestic fans of South Korea in general, particularly because in South Korean football, where new players mostly make their entrance into professional football clubs through like a draft system that they have, Lee actually dropped out of middle school to sign a contract with a top division football club, which was obviously a very rare case, but earned him like absolutely mad respect. I'm going to put it in literal terms. Earned him mad. It was like, it was just kind of really unheard of over in Korea. So fair play to him. In January 2009, The Times actually named Lee as one of the top 50 rising stars in football. Safe to say he's been a regular at Crystal Palace for a while. Fantastic, really experienced player. Again, definitely should be going with the national team, you would think. We're going to finish off on this guy as well, Young Sun. And that does bring me to the end of the video, guys. Like I say, I've really struggled with this because I've struggled pronouncing the names. I've struggled actually knowing too many. In the end, we had a handful of players that we knew, and I don't think I did too badly. Thank you guys very much for watching the video, though. I hope you all did enjoy. Obviously, if you did, if you could let me know in the comment section down below, that'd be fantastic. Also, leave a like rating on the video as well. Shout out to Game Over UK for actually supporting the series, not the last episode, but the episode beforehand. Massive respect to that. Thank you very much, guys. Also, recently, as I record this today, it's going to go live on a different date, but as I record this, we actually gained, well, we've actually hit, 1.6 thousand subscribers, so I want to thank you guys very much for that. Let's just keep it going on the channel. With all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode, and yeah, thank you guys for all your support.